Hello, it is me, Anime We or We Anime. I'm here to bring you part one of What If Asta Had Light Magic. Now, at the start of this week, which it's today, this is a week of new what ifs. If you like Deku what ifs or Naofumi what ifs, this is going to be a great week for you because on Wednesday, what if my new What If Deku had an elemental quirk will be coming out this Wednesday, as I said. And on Friday, it is What If Naofumi was the Knuckle Hero, the legendary Knuckle Hero instead of the legendary Shield Hero. Okay. If you like either of those ideas, check them out when they're out. And if you're new here, hi, I'm We Anime or Anime We. Thank you for tuning in. Greatly appreciated. I will warn you now. I do semi impressions, and I stutter a lot, and sometimes I go quiet because I zone out. I should be editing these, but I physically can't because the last 5 times I've tried to edit, my editing software has crashed. Maybe it's me trying to do stuff. Uh, no, I'm joking. But yeah, my editing software just crashes when I try to put my videos in. Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, background noise. I film these outside on a farm. Yeah, I feel like you all should know what I do. Uh, yeah, right. I made all of these spells up by myself. Uh, right? Okay. So throughout this series, if you continue watching these after this part, you'll see new spells from boosting spells to creation spells to healing spells that I all created. And if you want to see more content like this, go to my channel, please. I post 3 times a weekend, maybe even 4. Okay, I actually have a poll up on my channel. Go to my community tab. There's a poll up to decide which what if will be posted this Saturday, and then it will be uploaded every other Saturday, right? Okay. I'm still waiting that to actually be there. I'm gonna shut it down maybe Thursday, which would be oh god, I can't count. I can't count. Okay, I warn you now. Um. Anyways, uh, and for those who wants to do this, rate this what if 1 through out of 10. And if you want me to change anything about the what if, comment down below. Rate my what if. I do these at the first part, and then the final part. I ask you all to rate them 1 through 10. No one ever has, but yeah. Uh, this is wait. How many have I done? Uh, wait. I've done. This will be my 5th Asta what if. I just realized. So my first Asta what if, and I do a tangent. Okay, I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm gonna say this right now. This is my 5th Asta what if. My first one ever was what if Asta had fire magic, and then it was what if Asta had lightning magic, and then what if Asta had magnet magic? Kid, I guess it's however you say his first name, Kid from One Piece, magnet magic, and then my last Asta what if, the 4th one was what if Asta had demon soul magic, which I had a lovely subscriber help me with. Hope you're watching this. 3. I hope you are. And if you are, please rate from 1 to 10. 1 through 10, not 10, thin. Yeah, 1 through thin. Do that one. That'd be hilarious. And if you have any what if ideas that you want me to do, put them down below. I'll put them on my list to do. Okay, and I'll put up a poll. Actually, uh, I'm gonna start doing this where, like, my next three what ifs, I'll be choosing, and then you'll be choosing them with polls. We're gonna go back and forth so that I have some creative liberty more than my actual like jutsus and spells and ultimate attacks. So that's what I'm gonna do. You all get the three. You, my subscribers, you all, or maybe new people. Hello, subscribe, please. It really helps out. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you if you do. So for the longtime viewers here, I'm gonna change things up. Uh, I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna change up things, like I said, to where since you two all picked these, well, the two of the what ifs. Uh, the next three what ifs that I do after these three, like the main ones, I will be doing. I will be choosing two of them while you picking the one of them. Or actually, I'll probably pick all three of them, honestly. And then you all can pick the, well, the next three. Okay? And then the next, like, bi weekly, by Saturday series, I'll be choosing. And then you'll be choosing, and I'll be choosing. Yeah. Okay? Okay. So, first off, I'm going to start with the backstory. Or technically, after I get a drink of water. Let me run this down before I actually do that. See, what I do for you all, you new people. I do the backstory or like lore on how he's there, blah blah blah. Okay, and then I'll get to the main story, or when he's a little older, still in the backstory, like when he gets his grimoire. Okay, and then we'll get to actual like Black Bull stuff, or depending on where he goes, that squad's stuff. Okay, cool, cool. Okay, now I'm gonna get a drink of water, and then we can get into the backstory. All right, so man, it's been so long since I had to do this. um, see, I do mine over 3 months, I believe, because I post 3 times a week, or 1 time a week for each what if. So 4 parts a month. Yeah, within 3 months, unless I take a break. Uh, right. It's within 3 months, or 2 months, 3 weeks, right? That's what I do. All right. Also, the picture you're seeing in the, well, on your screen, I just found it on Google. Okay. Um. Now, given that's not really what his grimoire is going to look like. Now, given I will say this, he will have a four-leaf clover grimoire. Uh. Right. The only things that are different are these corner like things, like the designs all around them are going to be different. Okay. Uh, like in the corners, they're going to be like there's a sun on like this corner and the opposite corner. Okay, behind that hand are suns and stars, and then all yellow. Okay, and then moons and star are a moon, like a crescent moon, and a star will be within the other two corners. Okay. Well, that ain't worrying at all. I'm sure everything's fine. Anyways, as I was saying, Well, actually, let's just get into the backstory, okay? The way his life starts, how he gets to doing this, in a sense. So, Asta, like in canon, he was dropped off at the church, okay, by his mother. But here's the thing. She didn't have like the disease where it would take his magic power. Alright. She just doesn't want a child. Like he was pure accident. So she just gave him to the church and ran away. All across the entire Kingdom. So hoping she would never have to see that guy again. That kid again. Right. And she could just spend time with Libe. And Libe could be her little protector or whatever. Uh, okay, I don't remember his name, but I'm gonna call him Father. The father of the church would come out, pick up Asta and the other child in a basket, and he would say, "You know, you would have thought people who actually want children, woohoo! I mean, really, we already got. Actually, we don't. These are the first two. So let's hope you two grow up to be strong little men. Men. Why did I say little? I swear. My wife left me. Um, all alone. That new sisters. I mean, I. My life has went down a drain. And then we shall time skip to around when Asta and Yuno are around 5 to 6 years old. All right. Um, and Yuno would be asked by Sister Lily if he would go deliver blah 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 to so and so in the village, which he would say, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, Sister Lily." And then he would go. Asta clearly following him because he does not trust his brother to do this. See, growing up, or Asta's personality is at this moment is a very carefree guy or child. He's very carefree. Okay, he's very carefree. Like I said, he likes watching birds fly. He likes watching the clouds. I mean, when he's asked to do something, yeah, he'll do it. Just you gotta give him like 30 minutes to actually do it. And then it's done within like 5 minutes. So that he would do it as quick as he could, but still give 110% effort into it, right? He's gonna do it fast because he's good at it. Some would say, "Oh, prodigy." Okay, yes. Also, is going to be a a sort of prodigy in this. Okay, right? When it comes to magic and physical, like strength, I guess you could say, he was born with these gifts. He was naturally, he was a stronger kid, even though he's very carefree. He just, like I said, that's a squirrel. There's a squirrel. Awesome. Anyways, like I said, Asta would follow Yuno to do this when Yuno would bump into a guy who was clearly drunk and off his rocker. Same thing. But, right, you get my point. He would follow him just in case. And he was good. He definitely knew something of this could have happened. Mostly why he followed. Um, the man would get rather angry with Yuno. Yuno would start apologizing very quickly. Uh, the mad the man would get very angry. He would hit Yuno to the ground, and then he would say, actually, no, he wouldn't. I mean, he would be yelling at Yuno either way, right? And Asta would say, "Really? You're just gonna hit a kid?" And the man would say, "What are you gonna do about it, Brett? What can you do?" "Oh, I can do this." And he would run up to this man, grab him by the leg, and spin him over his head, throwing him across the street. "That's what I can do." As the man would start to prepare to use his grimoire, Asta would be on his tail again, punching him in the groin. As the man would squabble over grabbing his area, Asta would punch him in the face, and then grab him by his, like the neck of his t-shirt, and then throw him onto his back on the ground. The man would groan in pain, and Asta would say, "Don't mess with my brother, idiot." And then Asta would pick up Yuno's amulet from the man's pocket, give it back to Yuno. Yuno would start to tear up as he would say, "Asta, thank you so much." "Why are you such a crybaby, man? I'm serious. You gotta learn. People are mean, especially when they come wobbling out of a bar. I'm telling you, I don't know what's up with people. I'm starting to think I'm the normal one here." "But you're not." "I know. I'm not normal. I mean, given I can already use my magic." Phew! And he would shoot a little light beam out of his finger, like at the ground. "I don't know how I got it. I just started to be able to do it. I mean, like, I feel something like a whirlpool happening. I don't know. It's started growing. I'm just guessing as for when I'm growing. I don't know. Anyways, let's grab. We better grab that thing. We gotta give it to. Well, you already gave it to him. Yeah, forgot it. I'm gonna steal this man's money." And he would go over the man. He would rummage in his pocket. The man would say, "Please stay away," as Asta would punch him in the face again, knocking him out. "I swear, people don't learn. Get in fights that the man will steal your pocket change. And also, I'm telling you right now, pocket sand is such a good idea. I am gonna get pocket sand. Oh, the little bag. Yeah, I got it. Okay, yeah. I know what I'm gonna do as a magic knight. But yeah, he would steal his change, like his money. He would just plain out steal his money, and the man knew better to do anything about it. He's gonna get beat up again by a child. that's that's a quarter of his size, a third of his size. I don't know if you've watched One Piece, but when we got the Law flashback, I believe in Dressrosa, when he was being trained by whoever, and him just grabbing him by his leg, and no, it was Corazon. He grabbed Corazon by the leg and just threw him when he was like 12. Oh man, was it when he was 12? I don't remember. I don't remember if he was 12 or not, but he was young. Okay, he was young, right? So Asta and would get back, and then we'll we'll do a time skip to when they are 14. Wait, no, they would have to be like 16, right? Or 17. Well, they're in their teenage years, right? No, yeah, no, they would be 15 at this point. And like the age you would get your grimoire, right? I forget the age exactly. I know it's somewhere in your early teens. I remember that part. I'm so excited for the new season to come out. The new, like, actual, like, Black Clover anime. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Black Clover was my first ever anime on, like, not just, like, I watched, like, it was the first anime I watched fully. Like, the full series, right? It was my first love. It's, like, I watched anime as a kid. Like, like, on, like the random episodes that would just pop up, like of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, Dragon Ball. Like I loved it. I loved Naruto more than Dragon Ball though. Um, I don't know, just liked it better. I was a very quiet kid. I didn't like loud noises, and when you have characters just yelling in your face, it kind of gets annoying. But yeah, Black Clovers was the first series I watched fully, like in a well, not in a sitting, but you get my point, right? And the voice actors are so good, and knowing that they're in so many animes that I've watched, like uh, Asta's voice actor, he's in a isekai anime. He's actually the main character. Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy. It's so good. I recommend that. Two seasons. They're both very good. Okay, I will tell you right now. Tsukiyomi's the G. Okay, he's the GOAT. You'll find out if you watch it or if you have watched it. I recommend it. Okay. And then there's like Christopher Sabat. It's I don't really know how to say his last name, but Yami's actor, voice actor. He's in he's Zoro, he's All Might, he's Vegeta, Piccolo, so many, it's crazy. And then there's Ian Sinclair, I believe he's Magna. He's Soji, Brook, Hunter Chow, Hunter Chow. I the fire guy from Solo Leveling, the man I can't ever remember the name of. Oh, and he's like one of my favorite characters too. Oh, Christopher Sabat is also in there. It's great. Yeah, man. There are so many characters. Yeah. Marilona's is Suyu. Very cool. I love Marilona's voice actor. She is so cool. Monica something? I don't know. I know it's Monica something. Uh, anyways, anyways. So they would go get their grimoires. Well, not right now. We can see Asta actually training with a strange blade in his hands made of a light. I'm not going to say what it looks like because it's a whole entire like spell he has that I'll be using in a couple seconds. Not a couple seconds, but a couple minutes. Right? But he's training with a blade made out of light. That he actually learned how to use from a man called Fonzel Kruger, that he met a couple years ago while training, right, with his magic and physical like abilities, right. It's the whole entire situation where Fonzo gets chased by a boar naked, okay, right, and then Asta saves him, and then Fonzel invites him to his cabin, which they would go so that Fonzel could help Asta train, and then the assassin, this was Diamond Kingdom assassin, would try to take out Fonzel, but Asta is still there, so he helps out. A big situation, okay? Okay, right. He would be training with it as he would disperse it, as he would say, "Oh right, it's what was it? The Grimoire ceremony, right?" And then he would disappear in a flash of light, and then he would reappear in the middle of the field, or just right outside of the forest, and then a little bit farther, like on a hill, and then a little bit farther on another hill in front of like in the field to like the demon head. See, he would be able to teleport short distances in like flashes of light. He's not that OP yet, okay? He can't just teleport straight to his destination. He hasn't figured it out yet, okay? I know I said he's a prodigy, but like not that like he's like a Neji prodigy instead of like a Sasuke prodigy. Okay, you feel me? Or Itachi prodigy level. He's like Neji prodigy, like a lower, like a mid tier prodigy. Okay, see, like he can get stuff done, like he can catch on real quick to it, but it takes him like he can get onto it, but like he's still gonna train with it. I mean, he could teleport away, but he would be so tired. He does have enough mana to do it, but like he conserves it just in case anything happens, right? So he would go these short distances at a time, right? Anyways, right. So yeah, Asta would get back. He would what he's oh yeah, probably should say what he's wearing. Um, he's just wearing a white like t-shirt, that a white long sleeve t-shirt with like bracelets on his wrist, black bracelets on his wrist, uh, or you know what? No, yellow ones with like a black like or yeah, black bracelets on his like well with white bracelets with like black like star like designs on them, like just one. And then he would be wearing his headband, the black one with the like the red stripe, red like slash mark. Okay, that's what he would be wearing. Or also like blue shorts, or you know what, black shorts. They're actually just black pants that he cut to be like shorts. That's what he did. Like, I don't feel like you're wearing pants all the time. So he would just cut him like a little bit above the knee. Only on one side though. He's like that type of guy. Also the same boots as he wears in canon. Okay. He's a little taller than he is in canon, just like an inch. Like he's still a short kid, but he's a little taller. He's like an inch taller. Okay. Okay. Right. So then those two would go. They would be walking, even though Asta could just slowly, well, be there quicker than he would be in canon. He's gonna walk though, you know, as you know would say. Why are you so sweaty? What? Oh, I was training this early. You weren't gonna wait to train with me? Oh, uh, I guess not. I don't know. The funniest thing, I got tired of waiting for you. I also forgot when our training time was, so I keep on forgetting that. Hmm. I should remind you. You probably should. Yeah, I really should. Anyways, so yeah, they would make it there. They would actually get their grimoires. They would be there when they would, well, they would both be there. Two very brightly glowing grimoires would float down. One is Yuno's, and it looks as it does in canon. And then there's Asta's, the same way it looks in canon. Well, not it's not. The same way I described it earlier, with the suns in and the stars in two corners, and then the moon and the stars in the other two corners. Okay, just like how I described it earlier. But the same color scheme, like with the light blue and the white and the gold. Okay, okay. So yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, they would get them, and then they would both, a little bit after, they would both be jumped by a man named Rebchi, the Chain Mage. He would actually be able to grab Yuno, but not Asta. Asta would just boom in behind him as he would grab him on the back of his neck, and he would say, "Really? See, you leave him alone. I know what you're here for. Okay, okay." Let go of me, kid, as a chain would shoot out and attempt to um, stab Asta. Boom. He would get out of there again, move out of the way, as he would say, "Okay, fine, we can play it that way." As his grimoire would open up, as he would say, "Light magic, righto." Okay. A small ray of light would fly from Asta's hands, just boom. It would strike. It would hit Revchi in the chest. It would send him flying, crashing into a wall. And he would say, "Are you done yet?" And Revchi would say, "Ugh, okay." As he would stand up and he would try to do something. It won't work. Okay, just what? How do you think this is gonna happen? And he would say, light magic, righto, as multiple small beams would just fire out of Asta's right hand. Just do 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 do. You know what I'm saying? Like a pew pew. Just one after another. Pew 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 pew. He wouldn't stop firing until Rev Cheese stopped moving. He won't. He's not like he didn't kick the bucket. Okay, okay. I want to make that entirely clear. He did not kick the bucket, but yeah, things did happen. He's not okay. Okay, but yeah, this was also where they would make the promise of let's see who becomes Wizard King, and they would fist bump, and then they would be on their way. Okay, and I'm not a time skip. Uh, they're already at to the the capital city. Okay, they're already there. They're already they're already checked in. They're at the Magic Night exams. Okay, where they would be able to do this stuff. They would destroy the rock. Phew. Also would use his Raito spell. Just just pew 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 pew. See, he's not going all out. Okay, he's not going all out straight like away, but he would float on like a right. He's not going all out, but he would vroom, vroom, up into the air instead of actually using his No, he would still have to use it, but he did definitely get up there quicker by doing the. He would travel in, like with his light, like mana, just going boom. Okay, as he'd be sitting on his broom, just looking down at everybody else, as everyone else would be looking up at him. And Yuno would go a little bit higher than Asta, and Asta would say, "The one time I care about beating beating people at something, you're gonna steal all of this." Yes, I am. Because I'm aiming for the top squad, and we both know that you don't really care. He would be whispering this beside Asta, and Asta would say, "Yeah," and then they would float down. Well, actually, what Asta would do, he would just roll off of his thing, and before he would hit the ground, he would go boom with his magic, and he would just appear on the ground standing as he would just lift his hand up and catch the broom in his hand as he would bring it down, and he would say, I should really do that more. Man, instead of using my magic to get everywhere, I really should just fall. Like, I should just go in the air, just boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I should just, like, use my magic to get myself in the air and just fall places. That would make us such a cool entrance. Until you didn't, until I didn't catch myself. I could probably survive a fall. Probably. And then here comes the fighting portion. See, what I was originally going to do. See, since Asta is semi not showing off or going all out, right? People still thinks he's kind of weak. Like, he has light magic. He has a 4 Clover Grimoire, but like, they still think he's weak. Don't ever underestimate anyone unless they're a baby. Alright? Don't underestimate anyone unless they're a baby. unless they have a pew pew. Alright? You feel me? So, yeah, Seke would still challenge Asta. Okay, their fight would come up. Seke would use his Seke cannon. Bronze magic! Seke cannon! The big barrier type deal would appear around him. As he would start to fire at Asta, Asta would stand there as he would say, Light creation magic. Light feather blade. It looks like a large feather made of light. Basically hawks, like his big feather. Alright. As he would hold this out, he would just he would just start cutting them up. Okay. He would start cutting up the fire, like the magic blast at Asta. He would just cut them up. He would slice. He would keep on slicing as he would say, "So, you done yet?" And Seke would say, "Huh? What do you mean? I'm not done yet. You're going down, especially with this bronze magic ultra Seke cannon. Just there's a master barrel now on it. Um, as then he would fire a bigger blast, like it's not even that much more powerful, honestly. And also, all he would do is well, he would just point his blade out, and it would stop it. As he would lift it up to the air, and he would say, "Um, is this yours?" As he would throw it back. Okay, he basically stabbed it, like just a little bit, and like kind of like used his mana to stick it to the blade. I know not really how that works, but I want cool things. Anime logic, my guys. Okay, it's anime logic. Okay, okay. Not all characters just want to bang other people. Zether. Okay, they're not gonna bang like everyone they see that's hot, but you can still put it in anime logic. Okay, so as he would throw this back, it would explode on Seke, right? Not doing much to him. It would startle him. Like, how did he do that? And then Asta would say, "Oh, that didn't take you out? Good." As he would take his blade, well, his feather blade, and he would throw it. just just throw it. Like what Tanjiro did in Mugen Train. Okay? Like he would take it like a spear and he would just throw it at Seke. It would break through his Seke cannon. Um it would stab, like he would take a piece of his like clothing and pin him up against a wall as like he would crash into a crater, and Asta would say, well, as he would lift up his left hand, "I believe this is over." Wait, please. I'm not done yet. As Seke would hold up his hand and say, "Bronze magic, bronze Seke ball," as a ball of like of whatever he calls bronze would just fire, and Asta would say, "Wrong choice," as he would as his left hand would glow a little bit, and he would say, "Light magic, righto, boom, pew 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 pew." He would just start firing, and Seki would scream, "Ah!" Well, I believe I win. All right, I'm gonna take a nap. he would put his grimoire back in his holster. Yeah, he would walk beside and he would say, "Why didn't you challenge me?" Starting to regret it too. You did not have fun. Not at all. I'm taking a nap. Your fight is probably the last one. Since he got challenged by a royal, he'll want to go last to show everyone that he's better than them and whatever. He would just lean on his shoulder, like just put his head on his shoulder or like an arm on his shoulder, like put his, what he does. You just lay there, take a nap until would wake up and say, "Hey, it's my fight. Hey, it's my fight. Get up, get off." Fine. What are you looking at? Nothing. Nothing at all. And his fight would go as Ganon. Okay. I think my lips chapped. Maybe? Oh, right, I did hit my face. I ran into a door today. I was paying attention to my phone and looked up. Doing. Just straight mouth to door action right there, dog. Sucked so bad. Now I did I? I forgot to wash up my face. Also, so maybe soap got on my lip. I don't know. I'll probably look at it in a camera after I'm done recording this. That's a plane! Anyways, so, yeah, Asta would go with the Black Bulls even though others would raise their hand. He knew the reputation of Black Bulls, and he also wanted a challenge, so he didn't. I know he could have just went with the higher people, but he didn't. Shocking everybody. Yami would start laughing, like cry laughing, like wow, how are you laughing? And he would point at everyone else. He would say, he picked me over all of you all. You know how much that must suck? Losers. Like that type of deal. Okay. How? What? Huh? Anyways. So, yeah. He would go with the Black Bulls. I'm going to time skip. The uh, whatever baptism would happen, right? That would happen. All right, that would happen. Asta would just honestly just teleport out of the way. Like, how dumb do you think I am? I'm not gonna take that willingly. Like, honestly. And then he would just lift up his hand and shoot him with a right toe. Just, ow! Like, that hurt so bad. So, am I in? Yeah, you are, kid. I mean, I couldn't really overrule the captain, so you were already in. I just kind of wanted to see what you could do. This is such a waste of time. I could be napping. Uh, and then Magna would show him around, or he already did show him his room. Right? They would find Noelle. Asta isn't really impressed. Like, I mean, legit. She would say, "I'm a royal. You should totally bow down." And Asta would say, "Yeah, no, I'm not doing that." And I hope that didn't pick up. like at all. Really hope that didn't pick up. I gotta use the bathroom, okay? I gotta relieve myself. Not like that. I need to use number one. Number two's poop. Number one is, the other one. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Uh, do I do that one or save it till next part? I should do it. So the mission. They go on their first mission. Blah blah blah. They already do the boar thing. I'm not going to go through it. And then they see the village covered in mist. They're very confused. Asta would say, "I don't think that's supposed to happen here." No, duh, isn't supposed to happen here. Well, you don't got to be rude about it. I'm just stating the obvious. So they would go down there. Uh, yeah, they would go in. Uh, yeah. How else? What happened? I forget. No, I don't. I just. They would eventually find the area. They would see massive ice spikes above, right? They see the guy creating them, Heath, the Eye of the Midnight Sun or whatever. Austin would say, "Yeah, let me deal with this." As he would say, "Light creation magic, sacred light bow." It would be a bow of light, right? Austin would grab it and then he would draw it back. Then multiple arrows would fire out of the one arrow, taking out the smaller guys, and the bigger one would hit Heath, which Heath would block it, and then Asta would use light magic, light creation magic, light feather blade, a large feather made of light, and then he would be in Heath's face, taking him out. What? As he would fall to the ground. Okay. Right. So after that would happen, they would start to get answers. Heath would do he would freeze himself, take himself out. All right. Yeah. Uh, I mean, that's really it for today's episode. Next part, uh, well, that's where I'm going to end it for today. Next part, we'll be going over the dungeon, I believe. I believe it will be the dungeon. It should be. Forgetting something. It should be the dungeon, honestly. That should be it. It should be. I think it is. Anyways, yeah. Remember to rate it 1 out of 10. Well, one out of 10, basically. But really, 1 out of 10. Please rate it. And yeah, I hope to see y'all next time. It's been me, We Anime or Anime Wheat. And yeah, roll the dice, and I'll see y'all next time.